congrats to Arkansas. I thought they played great basketball tonight. Played really tough, really hard. Our guys are pretty disappointed. Complicated stretch for us, but I thought for most of the night we showed a ton of fight, and we have a good group. I'll take questions.
Mark, 13 threes for them, and both that uncharacteristic and also hit at a really high rate, which was uncharacteristic. Just what did you see there? And a lot of those were obviously open shots too.
Yeah, I thought they shot it really well. I thought they did a nice job. They posed a bunch of difficult problems for us. They did a good job getting downhill, getting guys open. They make ball screen coverage with pick and pop complicated sometimes. I thought Davis did a nice job kind of being really aggressive in two-man game and coming off floppies, and they really did a terrific job making shots tonight.
Coach, you guys opened the game at an 18-12 run, made some subs, and it just didn't seem to go right after that. How important is it to get back fully healthy and Andrew to be at full speed? And then do you wish you maybe would have done the subs a little different tonight, or was it just the pace of the game and the flow of the game?
Yeah, I thought Andrew made some steps forward tonight. I was proud of him. It was the first time he kind of had any contact in a game where you could feel his presence a little bit. Yeah, if I, trying to figure out this guard rotation right now. And normally I've gone to sub one of these three guards out to start the rotation earlier. There was a little bit of, there was high intensity to this game, but it was a little bit slower pace-wise. And so I thought maybe we could withstand it, but I probably needed to start that rotation a little bit earlier. I did feel like we ended up with three tired guys all at the same time. That's hard.
Coach, over here, can you talk about the environment and what the fan base was like coming into this game? I mean, this was pretty big all around, and do you just want to take a second to kind of talk about the fans?
Yeah, there's nowhere like it. There's just nowhere like it. Never ceases to amaze me. It was unbelievable. It was, so much juice in the gym, and it's BBN. It's a place like no other.
Mark right here. It seemed like to open up the game, the game plan was kind of let Arkansas shoot some threes, 9 of 18, but only shot 7 attempts in the second half. Was there any point that you considered going zone, maybe just to slow them down from driving?
Yeah, it's a little complicated proposition. They're actually almost a full 0.15 points per possession better against zone this year than they are against man. And then also with the feel they had making shots, that gets really complicated. If I could have run it back, I think I would have taken a more aggressive posture, probably taken some more risk defensively, maybe even rather than gone zone. It's something that we're going to have to continue to work on. We're navigating some roster situations right now that have me feeling a little constricted, and I probably need to be a little more bold regardless and take some more shots at being aggressive. I think that would probably, if I could run it back, I would probably take some more risks there, even more than a zone.
Mark over here. If I'm reaching, just shoot me down. But with all the attention on Cal coming back, that's all you were asked about. That's all people wrote about, talked about. Was there any concern at all with your guys of, forgetting that there's an actual game being played and to be focused that way?
I don't think so. I think it's this is every game, right? It's that's the beauty of Kentucky, right? It's every night is the biggest game ever. If we go on the road, it's the biggest game ever, and we're really blessed to have the greatest fan base in the world, and so every night here is the biggest game ever. So I think our guys are pretty used to that.
Mark back here, turnovers have been a bit of a problem of late, kind of off and on. Do you think it's more of what teams are doing to you or what your team is not doing?
Yeah, it's we're no, I think it's us, and I'm trying to figure out how to navigate. We have a bunch of guys that are stretching right now to figure out how to play out of position to make it work, and credit to our guys, they are, man, they're really stretching, and we will get better at it. It's almost like we started a new season. We're 2 games into a new season a little bit for our team, and we're going to learn some new ways to attack this, and we'll get better at it, and I can help us get better at it. But the turnovers were a little bit of an issue, not just the 14 turnovers, but the turnovers, the fast break points were problematic for us tonight, and it was we're navigating this space, which this is not unique to us. It's everybody, but we're navigating this space, trying to keep it super simple, so that we can stay aggressive with guys playing new roles, and where we can also be aggressive and adjust. And so those 2 things sometimes fight against each other. I didn't do the best job finding answers with that tonight, and that's going to be an ongoing process. But like I've said 100 times, our guys are great at learning, and we'll continue to learn, and we'll figure this part out too.
Coach, this was probably John L. Davis's best game for Arkansas this year. Just what did you see from him? Did it surprise you at all? Did he do anything different than what you saw on film?
No, I mean, this was his best game for sure, but I think he's growing into it. He's getting a chance now to be a ball-dominant guy that he's used to being, and so he's 3 games in, right, to being able to be a ball-dominant guy. And so I expect him to be more and more dangerous as the season goes on. I think that's as he fills in the space. He's a terrific player.
Mark back in the center. Why didn't Trent Noah play tonight? Anything, Mark?
Yeah, it's Trent is actually super interesting to me. We're trying to, with Drew coming back and Ansley playing so well, I wonder if there's some space for Trent actually at the 3, and I think that's something to explore. We're as we kind of reconfigure everything we're doing right now. On the fly, he's played well, and there's definitely space for him, and it's my job to find the right space.
Mark, with the way the lineup has kind of been the last couple of weeks, how difficult is it to find any level of consistency with this group, because it seems like it's almost changing game to game?
I don't think that's an anomaly. I think everybody in the league is dealing with stuff like that. It is. And it's a challenge for us, certainly, but it's a challenge for everybody. And so, that's, like I said, that's somewhere where we'll continue to make progress.
Mark here in the center. 1-point game at halftime. Arkansas ended up scoring 12 of the first 14 points of the second half, in particular that run right before the under-16 timeout. Obviously, I know that probably wasn't the game plan that you guys discussed at half, but what did you see in terms of just them creating that separation to begin the second half that they kind of rode for the rest of the game?
Yeah, I was disappointed with, as I reflect back, we've been an unbelievable team coming out of halftime. This was really our first poor run coming out of halftime. So, it's something we talked about as a staff just after we met. I don't know if, you always are evaluating energy, where energy sits, and we're kind of reflecting on, what we did at halftime that might have had us come out. We came out, not operating like we do after halftime. It was, and sometimes it's just an anomaly. Sometimes it's, sometimes you have a game like that, but that is concerning to me, because that's been a staple of us. We come out of halftime and we're great, and we were disappointing tonight, and that's a space where we've had great success, and I think we're pretty good. And I'm not sure the answer on that. I think you reflect about everything. about the weight guys are carrying, and about the energy, and about the conversation, the adjustments we had at halftime, and really truthfully, maybe it was just poor adjustments on my part. Sometimes you make an adjustment that looks great schematically, but somehow it's an energy stealer from your team, and so we'll consider all those things. But that was really disappointing. It was an important part of the game for sure.
Mark, do you have a sense for Lamont's status moving forward, and is this going to be more of a long-term thing than a short-term thing? Do you know?
I just don't know. I'm not sure. We're kind of just trying to navigate the space. I mean, there's a lot to it that I'm not going to share because it's his stuff. But we're trying to figure out how to proceed right now, and so we'll see. I would tell you more, but we just really genuinely don't know yet. So we'll figure out more in the next couple of weeks. I assume at some point we're going to take another shot at this and see how it goes, and we'll kind of play by ear.
Mark, you have a roster full of guys used to winning a lot of games. You're sitting at 4-4. Any other year, any other league, that might be 7-1. Do you have to talk to the guys about 4-4, maybe the new normal this year? I think you predicted it was going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah. Yeah, so one of the things that's beautiful about this league, guys, listen, this is, my guys were hurt. Like, my guys are really hurt in the locker room. They know what this building means. They know what this jersey means. They know, they see everything and hear everything, and they know what matters. And they're getting an up close look at how much it means to the people that they're playing for. And so I have a locker room that is down tonight, is not down's not the right word, as like hurt, as we have all season long. And so we talked after the game, actually, just very briefly about this game and about like, our job right now. It's very much of a it's like we have to move to the next game. Like, there can't be carryover. And so this grieving process that we go through, and for our guys, they care so much. It really is a grieving process, 5-step process. It has to happen fast. It's got to happen in the next 12 hours, 16 hours, and we'll have some time to spend tomorrow where we can help each other do it. And because we're going on the road to another top 25 team, and it's the greatest thing in the world that we get to do it. Like, it's the best thing in the world, but it's super painful right now. We just can't. We can't indulge in this for very long, and it just makes it all complicated. This has been, if there's anything about tonight, it was just like all kind of complicated, conflicting, upside down, twisted up feelings with everybody in BBN, and certainly our guys had that come out of this game, and we got to race to clarity and race to the next one, because it's what this league is for sure. I mean, we're a really good team, and we're dealing with some roster changes right now that are complicated, but we're a really good team. We have guys that are really, really competing, and we have some guys that are growing, that are actually that are in the process because they need to step up and be better for us, and have guys in the process doing that, and we're doing it all while playing great teams and having terrific success and having some setbacks, and it's awesome. This is a journey for us. This is not a coronation. This is a journey, and we're going to earn our way through it. And there's going to be some real pain on the way. And certainly, for my guys tonight, was super painful. Thanks, guys.